hood dog. I feel like B.I.G.
Good evening, I'm Lauren Sanchez.
I'm Maria Quilban. The bare facts are horrific enough. 4 people dead in a house fire in the community of Quartz Hill.
Yeah, but the incident may have an extra layer of tragedy. Christina Gonzalez and the street team
Reporting live in Palms, Jeff Michael, My 13 News.
Firefighters continuing battling hundreds of wildfires in Northern California. But the good news, more help is on the way. By ferry. Okay, a literal surf and turf battle in Malibu. Officials are trying to figure out what to do about the hordes of paparazzi after they got into a couple of nasty scuffles with locals this past weekend.
Oh, it was a big one. The trouble began when the photographers tried to get shots of actor Matthew McConaughey. Ed Lasco's in.
My 13 years.
Trust me, that's not why they're doing it. That paparazzi, they can be vicious, by the way. But that brings us to tonight's email question. Some of the biggest social dilemmas come about when 2 separate rights collide. In this case, it's the right to privacy versus the right to photograph public figures on public property.
Just a moment. Lauren.
Comedian George Carlin was both a trailblazer and a mischief maker. Carlin died yesterday at the age of 71, and the comedy world is still coming to terms with his passing. How...
Stamp this.
Remember that on-again, off-again feud between Shaq and Kobe?
Yes.
Well, looks like it may be on again, big time. Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Not hilarious yet. He was, but you know, they got that little fight.
I'm kind of proud of Kobe for not responding to it so far.
And usually Kobe does.
Yes.
That's why he's saying that Kobe broke up his marriage.
So I hope he doesn't even respond to it. Be the big guy.
I just like saying nettles.
Nettles.
Nettles. I like nettles. Would you like some nettles? Okay, you know what? Move over, Atkins and South Beach. Get ready for the cell phone diet. As gas prices push towards $5 a gallon and up, hybrid cars seem to be a weapon against being bled dry at that fuel pump, but not so fast. Buying a hybrid will help reduce air pollution, but Steve Noviello tells us why it may not help your bottom line. You know, we were talking about this. They are, I'm telling you, they're crazy. I had one paparazzi, and they weren't trying to photograph me. There was a star in front of me. They got in front. They got out of the car, this one guy, and started throwing quarters at my car, calling me names because I wasn't letting them get to the person they wanted to photograph.
That is against the law, and that can be punishable by law.
He had no license plate. There's no cops, and the woman that was in front of me was pregnant. I mean, think about that. I mean, they were trying to drive her and me off the road, and she was it's disgusting.
That is horrible.
They're disgusting. Well, not all of you.
I'm glad that you made it out okay. Ugh. Okay, this one's from Gil. I think the question would be rendered moot if we started prosecuting paparazzi.
You don't even remember Schlitz. Now, that's a long time.
I absolutely remember Schlitz.
But you couldn't drink it. You were too young.
I don't remember it from the 50s or 40s or 60s or...
But in the 70s, right?
Maybe.
No, you're still too young, right? You're old. That brings us to tonight's email question. For some beer drinkers, the taste of Schlitz has lingered in their memories, I don't know, since the day the brewery shut down.
For others, there are products, food, clothing, alcohol, toys they once enjoyed that can no longer be found. So tonight, I'm Rick Garcia.
And I'm Lauren Sanchez. A gruesome discovery in the Riverside County town of Paris.
3 bodies found inside a home, but how did they die? Christina Gonzalez.
Well, the swollen Mississippi River has broken through another levee. The latest breach happened in St. Charles. President Bush reaching out to the people of the Philippines today, promising aid to victims of the recent floods there. That's going to be in a movie soon, don't you think?
So just remember that when you're in prison next time.
The next time you're in jail, I'll remember that. I'll remember to send you some candy for a pigeon.
Oh, the candy.
Next time you're in jail.
How about a saw?
How about you just stay out of jail, Rick?
Good idea.
I wouldn't want you there. He's been a regular at the bar, but he is cut off for good. Body. Stamp this. Grinch.
I don't know. What's her deal? That's strange.
Do you really want to know?
She's not a cat lady. She's a bear lady.
She's an animal lover, Rick.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Too young to drive, but she wins a car anyway.
Time
do kids
situation?
still eat Captain Crunch? I'm just curious.
That's it?
I think they do.
Lone Star Bear, yippee, aha. LOL.
There you go.
Steve.
Thanks for all your emails. We appreciate it. Now,
What?
if you don't watch our next story about ducklings...
Which has one of the biggest gang raids in Los Angeles history.
It went down today, targeting members of a group wanted for everything from murder and extortion to drug trafficking. John Schwadek. Good news and bad news today for giant mortgage lender Countrywide.
Yeah, on the one hand, shareholders cleared the way for a takeover of the troubled company by Bank of America. Now, on the other hand, there's now a big-time lawsuit. Gigi. In Iowa, a bridge collapse sends a train crashing into a river along with the train's engineer.
My 13 News.
Queen Elizabeth grants knighthood to an author who used to have a price on his head.
And Israel wastes no time responding to a broken ceasefire.
Oh, that's
I
him. That was
have
a
no
pretty good
idea,
one.
but I'm not involved in that.
Yes, you are. You were supposed to read it. Bad. You're a bad anchor. A skyscraper designed to do something no other tower can do. Actually move before your eyes.
All right, your emails when we come back. From Los Angeles writes, if I could have any symbol, it would be Lauren's profile as she drives and applies her eye makeup at the same time.
Here it is.
I'd be the envy of everyone doing 5 miles an hour on our lovely freeways. And I saw that on the way to work the other day. A woman putting on her makeup.
You did?
We were going like 5 miles an hour because of freeways.
We do it pretty well,
Putting
though,
on her
don't we?
makeup, her eyeliner. One more, ladies. One more. Who's got it?
I've seen you put on your makeup in the car, so don't even start with
That's different.
music. Just let's be honest here.
Multitask.
13 News.
Well, it takes less than 2 days for a jury to return a guilty verdict for the man who caused a deadly Metrolink train derailment in 2005.
Juan Alvarez said he was trying to commit suicide that day. Chris Black, fuel cell vehicles.
A landmark ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court today on the issue of handguns and your right to have them. At last, well, a missing autistic boy is safe and home tonight. The boy disappeared yesterday after walking several miles from Anaheim to the city of Norwalk. Michael Charity. Well, a prank taken way too far. Students at a Covina high school are beyond mad at the racially charged captions in their school yearbook.
But they're also outraged by the way the school is handling things. Christine of the 3 Pursuits.
Ever wonder what happens to planes when they retire? Well, a home under construction in Malibu has taken recycling. Unlike George Washington, Thomas Jefferson never chopped down a tree. He let time take care of it.
Now, I'm Rick Garcia.
And I'm Lauren Sanchez. 4 people were found dead in a Quartz Hill house fire tonight. A possible break in the case.
Sheriff's deputies looking for 2 men described as persons of interest. Christy Farr. She threw her newborn son into a trash bin where he later died.
Today, former USC co-ed Holly Ashcroft, was sentenced. Chris Blatchford and
Go ahead and back that up a little bit. There you go. They'll cost you $50. Delta saying the move is necessary to offset rising fuel costs. The airline will reevaluate.
Well, Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama playing nice today for the Democratic Party in Unity, New Hampshire.
That brings us to tonight's email question. Sometimes feuds can spiral out of control so badly there's no turning back.
That's for sure. But as Senators Clinton and Obama demonstrated today, all it takes to bury the hatchet is a willingness on both. Thanks for that, Hal. In a very short time, like before the end of summer, there's a 50-50 chance of no ice at the North Pole. A legendary world leader turns 90.
And the UN blasts Zimbabwe for its latest rigged election.
The issue. And North Korea shows the world it is serious about getting rid of its nuclear program. When you're happy and relaxed, you get more, Rick. Just remember that, okay?
I'll try to do that.
Thank you. For many, Jesus is the rock on which they base their faith, and that couldn't be any more true than at a Dallas, Texas marble company.
Please.
Actually, it was cute in The Love Guru, don't you think?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen the movie?
The producer loved it.
He
What's
loved
his name?
Jeff Schultz loved The Love Guru.
Yeah, that guy.
He was like, you're not going to believe this. I loved The Love Guru.
Well,
He did that for you, though. Uma, Arky.
I recently made up with one of my best friends after 6 months of not talking over nothing. We just started talking and realized we were mad at each other for not talking to each other. We laughed about it, and that's tidy.
Have you had a big fight that you, or no?
I've had a few fights.
But did you actually, we actually
Let
had a
me just
fight.
say
It
this,
lasted
though.
like for 3 days.
No,
We didn't talk to each other.
I don't think guys get into fights with each other as much as girls get into fights with each other.
Guys
Is that
don't
fair?
hold as much.
Knew each other for 13 years, got into a fight because of a girl. A few years passed, we looked at our immaturity and we made up. That's Brian.
I'm so sorry, Brian. I didn't mean to cause rift between you guys.
You and every other
Yeah.
guy on the planet.
I kid, because I love. Okay, go ahead. Read
Yes,
this,
an
Rick,
energy
please.
drink made by Playboy.
Get out. I love it. El Guapo.
And if you didn't have a reason to go there before, now you do.
Playboy Playmates. That's fantastic. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.
Yeah,
we'll see you at El Guapo.
We'll see you Monday.